57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders can't get between.
You mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, that Father, this is real. Will you watch over me? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you call for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under Yahweh Shai, they ought to love one another, and they doing it. Commanding General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's going to all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're gonna realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
Yeah, Babylon is falling. To rise no more. Babylon is falling. To rise no more. Falling. To rise no more. To rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's real every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That follow no way gon' be cruel, nigga. Say you're gonna get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by.
I do my thing on it. She hit my line 100 times, I let it ring on it. These niggas must be out their mind, cause I'm the king on it. You know my thing, that's what I bring on it. Cause I'm the king on it. Okay. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. I'm too far gone, I probably left a nigga. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. I just want them dollars, nigga, you can keep the change. Unsatisfied until we on a private plane. I be with them soldiers ready to die over a name. Once that oil hit my head, I never been up.
Commanding General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's gonna all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're gonna realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom. Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Me anymore. Like, you always hanging out with them, you're always loyal to them. Well, what about me? Like, do you want to spend time with me? Do you even want to be with me? Like, I really can't do this anymore. This is too much. Like, all you ever do is be around them. Like, you care more about them than you care about me. I don't appreciate that. I'm sorry, Justin. It's over.
Hey, look. I just thought you got the chips on the table right now. Come on, bro. It's your turn.
See, this shit need to be playing the game, man. Y'all niggas should be playing fucking solitary.
No, bro. You know how you shoot this game, bro. I got the winning hand right here, bro.
Man, nigga, cut him in.
Tell you, bro.
Oh, that nigga Malak already fucking dropped. Okay.
Y'all want to open the stakes and play poker?
Oh, no, y'all let this nigga win?
He said,
man, where the money at? That nigga shit, somebody cheating.
Oh, boy. I got all the balls, y'all.
This nigga plays, man.
Hey, get me up in this. Pull up the chest. Pull up the chest. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you need to be playing the game, man. Y'all niggas should be playing fucking solitary.
No, bro. You know how you shoot this game, bro. I got the winning hand right here, bro.
That's me.
You mean everything you need because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, that Father, this is real. Will you watch over me? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they don't follow the law, they doing it. You said under Yahweh Shai, they ought to love one another, and they doing it. Nobody selling you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is BLACKWATCH with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Blackwatch. Let the show begin.
I ain't getting no sound if you can hear me.
Oh, you here? You there, General?
Got you now. Yabashim Shabrakatah.
Yabashim Shabrakatah. Heavy hitters in the building with me. General Muhammad, give it up. Yeah. General Ma'aka Allah, give it up. Can you put Mayak up on the screen? General Hazai Young, give it up. Yeah. Officer Murrah, Officer Yadad, Officer Ibahaya, Officer Muthumya. Hey, I want to congratulate everybody, man, on the Purim celebrations, you know, which was so significant, especially at a time like this when the 12 tribes of Israel are under heavy persecution because they decided to bring forth the ICE agents down on the 12 tribes to help brutalize them. And we were faced with the same thing by Haman in the book of Esther, when he also was set to destroy the children of Israel. And the Lord had to step in and turn him 360 degrees around. So I'd like to tonight thank the ICE agents for showing how great and brutal and vicious and thoughtless and how much they would go even to destroy the Capitol. I want to commend them for their courageousness. And I look forward to seeing the same courageousness when they bring the draft in. I look forward to seeing the ICE agents stepping it up and getting in the battle for Trump as federal troops and doing their job. Because, brother, it's on up in the game tonight. So where are we going first, you die? We going anything specific, or we just rolling loose?
If I can, General, I know one brother in the world that's in the military, right?
Right.
And I sent him a message over Instagram because that's where I see him communicating. And I asked him, I said, I've been thinking about something. I said, how do the soldiers feel about taking their orders from an administration led by a felon and a pedophile? I said, is this a conversation among soldiers at all? Or do y'all just shut your mouth, bite your lip, and follow orders without question? He ain't got back to me yet, you know. It's been 3 days. It's been 3 days.
And
normally,
go ahead, Maya. What was you gonna say?
And normally he answers me. The 3 days is strange, you know.
Yeah, like nowadays is not the time to fake it. You know what I mean? Like you got to be real about yourself and about what you're dealing with, you know, in the earth and your children and all that. Let me tell you. Now I don't know how I can't confirm this, but I saw video footage and I got some reports about how we still on? We on good? Kind of like, we good to go? Okay. So like ate the water so much. And I heard the reports because they were flooding the toilets on the ships down in the Caribbean because they didn't want to go to war and they felt like they were on the ships too long. And they were flooding the ships with towels and everything. The water was backing up. I saw the footage. Some of them ships is filled with doo-doo up to to the horse's, what they call it, the horse's brow.
Right, oh man, the horse's brow, not the.
You know what I mean? Like some of them bad boys out is shit floating through the whole ship, through the storm drains from them toilets, water backed up, everything. You know what I mean? So they are not. You right, Maya. They're not happy over there. One brother called us, and his daughter is over there, and she is scared out of her mind. He told us, "Look, I'm a man of God. Do not go into the military." She was being hard-headed, said she wanted to go, this, that, and the other. Went down there, and of course, now she's stuck in one of them countries underground in fear that they're gonna come and she couldn't say where, but she's in fear that they're gonna come in there and put them all to death in there. They said the green zone. You remember the famous green zone from Iraq where the military is at? That green zone, brother, they trying to overrun that green zone in Iraq. It's war in every single country over there right now. Now, unless they can sustain and and shut Iran down, it is going to be a bloodbath all across that region right there. Go ahead, Yadai. I mean to seal the whole story. Y'all jump in, please, anytime. I know y'all got a lot to say about all this.
If I could, this is a history lesson for everybody. People forget that Rome did the same exact thing. Rome overextended itself. Battles and wars, sending the army out, and got overextended. They ended up destroying their empire. Same thing they doing here. Overextended themselves. And that pride that they had, like they did this, the great thing on earth, is what's going to help happen. Help make it happen.
I mean, I would not, don't be so hard on Trump, y'all. You know that Trump, Trump would rather die than they come out. What happened with that girl? You heard about the latest?
I've not.
You heard? Go ahead, you died. Tell us a little bit about the latest.
Khan, sir. The latest that came out with Donald Trump was a 13-year-old girl that came out and said that she was sexually abused and assaulted by him.
13 years old said she was sexually abused and all that by him. And now, you got war. Like he done successfully got the Epstein files off that front page. At least everybody's focused elsewhere. Nobody's focused on that 13-year-old girl anymore, which he had to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like a pedophile don't never want to get caught and exposed for the evil that he's doing. He don't never want the world to know what it is he's doing. You said a couple of weeks ago something real heavy. You said a pedophile is the easiest person to blackmail. You remember that? You was dead right, because of course all the rumors are that Netanyahu is extorting the hell out of him to drag him in that war. And here's what's amazing about it. Netanyahu been trying to get the U.S. to go to war with Iran since the 90s. That's like almost 3 decades ago. Almost 30 years ago, they wanted the U.S. to go after Iran back then. Said if you don't, Iran gonna come with a bomb. They're gonna do this, and that was for 3 decades. Finally, they done went in there and bombed Iran, and Iran still don't have a nuclear weapon.
And if I could, sir,
please.
The Israelis were the ones behind the evidence to bomb Iraq.
Damn.
They were the ones that
they was the ones with
all the intelligence about yellow cake uranium from Nigeria, and that there was an imminent nuclear weapon. And if we waited for a smoking gun, we might get it in the form of a mushroom cloud.
Yes.
That all came from the Israelis.
Damn.
All of it.
Damn. That's insane. That's insane. Did you want to add more to it, you guys? Anybody else? Jump in?
I know there's some Republicans out there questioning Trump. And of course, Rubio calling them, saying they're wrong and calling them idiots, like many like Tucker Carlson. He ain't the only one. They questioning why is, I forget the amount of Israelis they say it is, 7 million, a certain amount of million. Why is that small group controlling 38 million lives over here in America? You know what I'm saying? They hardcore questioning it. And
Go ahead, Maya.
I saw a video, then I can't believe I didn't save it. I just checked. I didn't send it to my text of a sister saying she's ex-military. She's not there no more. She said, please, black people, do not join the military. She was running down all the problems in the military. She said they kidnapping more black people in the military. They end up missing and they cover it up. They get in trouble for smoking weed, but them senior white officials are snorting coke all the time and they cover it up. She said people go missing, people getting killed, kidnapped and killed, and they cover it up and tell the families that, you know, something happened and lie. She said a whole bunch of shit is going on out there. You can literally get kidnapped in the military and nobody, and they'll cover it right up.
Listen, I remember, you know, I think I brought it out last week how they be selling drugs, you know, selling weapons, doing all kinds of stuff in the military, man. There'd be big trades going on. You know what I mean? Like there's no rules out there. Once you out there and you post it out in a certain area, if your commanding officer is a criminal or is open to criminology, all his men going to come up with ways to make money. They'll even come up with ways to send the money back to the U.S. Cats them come out in them wars millionaires from just guns alone. You know what I mean? They go up in there, brother, collect all the AK-47s they can get their hands on, clean them bad boys up, put them in crates, and go sell them to another, you know, sell it to some African, some warlord somewhere in some village somewhere that want to go to war with his government. They sell him, you know, 50 crates of weapons, you know what I mean? Or they may work in the area where the ammunition is, right? And they'll go in there and steal the ammunition and sell that. Like all that goes on in war. In war, there's no rules. The raping in war is insane. Like the raping, like the United States military in peacetime had 26,000 rapes in the military in 1 year. And that was peacetime. Now that war done broke out, you ain't even going to be able to count the amount of raping and murders and all that goes on. So like
General, you know, I you know, growing up being young in Southwest and, you know, Philly, and, you know, I call myself escaping, you know, the drug game, right? The drug game, JBM and all them cats when I was growing up, right? The Junior Black Mafia. I go in the Marine Corps. Whew.
It was worse
General,
than the streets.
oh my, listen, General, when I got to my first unit, I want to say within the first week, they shut the base down. Base got closed, missing guns. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Huh? Yeah, somebody stole the guns. They had a count was wrong, shut the whole base down, right? Listen, they were selling coke from Miami all the way up to Baltimore, all the way up to New York. They had a whole pipeline. And General, like how you said, this wasn't like PMCs and privates. These was corporals, sergeants, staff sergeants, lieutenants, all that was in there. Like everything I ran away from in Southwest, I found in the Marine Corps, in the military. Cats was selling guns. It was a cats that was a sticker board. On duty, they would change their clothes, go over 2 or 3 towns, stick people up, come back on base, change clothes, and they good to go. Like everything in the streets you find, I found in Philly, I found in the military. Everything. It was crazy.
That was crazy.
It was crazy. It blew my mind. I'm like, damn, I should have stayed the hell home for this. Like, what the hell I'm doing? Like, I'm right into it. It was crazy.
You was kind of wild in that military.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
I heard them stories.
I mean,
you hold now.
Yeah. Cut him a good, sir.
And I you go there and gotta survive. You go there, it's like, you know what I'm saying, you're in the middle of it.
You know what I mean? You ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
You can't go up in there acting soft.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah.
You gotta go up in there and let them know what it is. You know what I mean? It's like being in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You better rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You had to really know your game. I made it a point, and we got together and said, listen, man, we all gonna come home. Same way we left, we all gonna come home. And we all got each other back, whether we overseas or we here in America. And we, you know, kept our oath. We made oaths to each other and kept it. Did our job, you know, to the best of our ability. We was kind of good at it. And you know, but it was rough, General. Listen, they was these cats. Okay, here, this is crazy. They was getting pure testosterone in Spain. Like they was going in Spain. In Spain, you go to Spain, and everybody know that's been on the Mu. You know what I'm talking about? In Spain and Barcelona, you hit the port, you go to the pharmacy and buy pure testosterone. Get a needle from the doctor, you stick yourself in the butt. Bow! Yeah, and going to the gym being big. Like cats would get drugs, or they would have the steroids shipped to them. Yeah, I'm dropping all the dime. I don't care. They had it shipped to them. You know what I mean? And they would take the stuff, and then when they would come home, they would shrink. I mean, cats were getting big. And come home in 3 months, they shrunk. Take the drugs no more. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah. It's just so much. It's so much. It's so much.
Somebody said they was selling box all in Iraq.
Yeah.
You know, man. Joshua said when I was in, we had the third in command of one of the Chicago gangs running drugs and guns at Fort Hood, Texas.
Yeah.
She was prosecuted by the feds and the U.S. Marshals Guard, the court, U.S. Marshals Guard, the court martial. They must have court martial. Like, damn. And he said she. So the third in command was a female. Good night. No, she was a monster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, damn. And Fort Hood, you know, that's where the Delta Force is at. They got so much crime going on Fort Hood, they don't even know what to do. And they don't even care. And especially now that Trump is in office, they could give a damn. You know what I mean? So what you're saying is true. Go ahead.
How's the Hob put ahead? Not forgetting the friendly fires. How's the Hob? I'm going to tell you this here, brother. In my opinion, this is what I experienced. Ain't no such thing as a friendly fire. I'm just going to be honest with you. Ain't no fog of war. I don't want to hear none of that. No such thing as friendly fire. None. NATO forces got, what color? They got, I think we got red traces, NATO forces, and the communists got green traces. Ain't no such thing as friendly fire, man. If it's a friendly fire, they meant to shoot you. Like, they meant to get you. There ain't no such thing. You train. And when I say you train. You train with them guns on them ranges and shooting live rounds, all kind of stuff. And all of a sudden now you get in combat and now you shot your own buddy. No. Don't work like that.
I mean, they killing them on purpose.
Yeah.
And just saying, well, this was friendly fire.
Yeah.
You know, man. They shot down 3 jets today. 3 American jets got blown out the sky. They said they tried to say that it was Qatar that did it, but the Iranians said we did it. Don't be lying like you know, friendly fire. They claim we shot the damn planes down. You know what I mean? So who the hell knows? You know what I mean? And you right, Worthy Joshua, Green Zone. That's where the U.S. Embassy's at, and you know they hit the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh. So it's they hit the U.S. Embassy over there, brother. So Saudi Arabia is under an enormous pressure right now to respond. Every country getting hit over there. Every country getting hit. They thought it was going to just be a little skirmish between them. That thing is spreading all over the Middle East, man. And it is the will of the Most High.
That's right. That's right,
you know, man. And even if they quell it down, once those hot spots get cracked open, they never close back. You always got insurgencies going on, and it's expanding. And what's going to happen then? And another thing too is they got a lot of rebels in them countries. All them countries with all that wealth, Dubai and all Qatar and all them. They got a lot of poor people in there out there mad as hell at their governments. Right. And now that they under fire, they may move on. It's a mess, man. Somebody else wanted to add in before we go on?
Good to go, General.
All right, where we going?
Kazak Iman said something heavy about people who join. Kazak Iman said people that join the military and try to make a career of it. They say studies show that they stay mentally and emotionally at the same age they went in the army at. Damn. Like they don't mature mentally and emotionally. They stay right there, just like in prison.
Damn.
Yeah.
There's probably so many things happen to you in there that they bury the studies on.
Yeah, I tell you one.
Let out that type of study. Go ahead, Mike.
When I was in the world, no sweat, General. When I was in the world, I forget where I was going, it could have been the world or when I first came into the truth when I was young. I was driving to my mother's and I saw a girl that I grew up with, and her mother was walking her down the block. She was walking real slow, kind of zombie-ish or kind of crying, kind of like sad and zombie-ish. And this is a young girl, yeah, way younger than I was, and walking her down the street. And I asked the woman, I said, "Hey, ma'am, is Miss Shannon all right?" I knew her name and everything. I said, "She all right?" I said, "Yeah, she okay." But she just, and the woman was familiar with me. We lived in the same neighborhood. So she said, yeah, but when she came home from that military, you know, she was all right. But then they called her back in and she just went into this state. So I'm trying to walk around the avenue to take her to the clinic because she been like this for days. And, you know, I said, well, let me give y'all a ride. It was a little walk to that clinic she was talking about. So I gave him a ride. But this was a beautiful young sister, you know, that I grew up with in my neighborhood. And she was messed up, General. I ain't never seen it. It was like she was catatonic damn near. Almost walking her down the street. I could imagine, you know, I didn't go into everything right there while, you know, she was there. I didn't want to traumatize her no more, but, you know, she was real messed up. And just from the call, they called her back in, you know.
Just to get called back in.
Yeah. Come.
Damn.
If I could say something, sir. Jim. And if I could, sir, you know, because of the war in Iran, you're going to see so many black preachers and Hispanic preachers speaking about Donald Trump and how he's corrupt and they should have never started this war and this war is unjust. And what I'm going to wait for on the internet is the preacher that apologizes for telling black and Latino children to join the military. I'm going to sit and wait for that for a week, right? For 1 week while they complain that Donald Trump is a felon, which he is, that Donald Trump is a pedophile, which he is. I want to see the preacher that apologizes for saying to his congregation that their young men and women should join the white man's military. Because virtually every black and Latino church has been doing it for 50 years. Yeah, they've been doing this for 50 years. Yeah. They stand up in church. There's a flag sitting in the damn church. Yep. An American flag in the church, and they praise some boy that just enlisted in the army. Praise some woman. Please, sir.
I was just going to say, and bring them in there with their uniform on.
Oh, yeah.
Bring them in there with the uniform on, right in front of children who are poor and lost and hurt, and some of those children devastated by molestations they received in church. And so now those same kids have to find out that the only path for redemption, the only path to be a man, the only path to get away from the trauma of my household is to join the white man's military, and the preacher told him to do it. I'll wait for the apologies, right? Since you know Donald Trump is corrupt and he is a terrible leader, but you also know he's commander-in-chief of the same military that you told blacks and Latinos to join. Yep. So now, let's see if a preacher apologizes, sir. Let's see how long that takes.
Good.
Damn right. You so right.
Damn right,
Joe. Brother. Damn right. You so right about that. Damn right. Where else we going, you dad?
Come on, concert. Missiles continue as Iranian leaders project defiance over Khamenei.
Over Khomeini, right?
Yeah,
same thing.
Ayatollah Khomeini.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, they mad over him killing them. I mean, they killed him in the first 3 hours. Damn. Popped him quick. Show you the technology they're dealing with. Go ahead.
Come on, concert. Huge airstrikes by the United States and Israel continue to hit Tehran as other cities in Iran. As the Iranian establishment ponders its future while launching projectiles across. The capital was rocked numerous times on Sunday after a series of attacks hit multiple neighborhoods, with the Israeli army saying military sentries were among the targets. Iranian authorities have largely refrained from discussing missile impacts, and the internet connectivity remained almost entirely blocked for a second day.
They shut all them communications down on there, bro. That's a rough one right there. And let me tell you something. What I want to know is how are they going to act now that they're about to pull the draft in, and blacks and Latinos they were cutting their pictures out of the military. Remember, they went in there and got rid of their pictures, rid of their statues, got rid of their tombstones. Now what? Just let's all forget about it and send them all back in there. That's probably what they're going to be wanting to do.
Of course.
But they're going to look for us to go over there and bleed and die in this place. You know what I mean? While being treated like garbage the whole time. While this cat has been trying to erase us, drag people out their houses, all of that. We're going to be the first ones that they'll be acting like y'all should step up and go. When, you know, they don't have no better right to the country than we do. We the ones actually built it. You know what I'm saying? So damn that. You know what I mean? But that's definitely what they're looking for. Go ahead, you dad. Can I pull one? Give me Isaiah 13. Love this scripture, man. 13:3, if I could. The meat of it though is in 5 and 6.
Come on, sir.
I mean, 4 and 5, really. But go ahead.
Come on, the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from my anger.
That's it. This is now showtime. He getting ready to call his mighty ones for anger. He gonna bring nothing but hell down on this place, and eventually we're gonna be dragged into it as well. Every nation is going to war. Before this is over, every single nation is gonna go to war. Go ahead. Even get me right on this. Even factions of white people gonna be going to war with each other.
Yep.
Tons of factions of them. The French. The Russians, they're gonna be going back and forth with each other. Go ahead.
The Russians and
Mariah,
Ukrainians
you can
doing
throw
it
up
right
as
now.
much footage as you want of the war. Second,
The Russians and the Ukrainians doing it now.
they're doing it right now, so there's gonna be plenty of that. Go ahead.
Come, even them that rejoice in my highness,
especially talking about us, we rejoice in His highness. We ain't gonna have no choice. The Africans, the Arabs, they all gonna be up in here trying to kill everybody. Go ahead.
Come, verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains.
That's what's going on over there right now. The noise of a multitude in the mountains. They all in the mountains going to war with each other. And I heard now Pakistan is beefing with Afghanistan. If it goes there, then they done super spread the widen the battlefield. And the Lord promised in Joel the 3rd chapter, He was going to bring everybody into this battle.
That's right.
Everybody is going to be a part of this battle.
That's right.
But we got a major step. When they bombed Saudi Arabia, now, come on now.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Heard it at the Israelite School of Universal
Practical Knowledge. That's right, Jeremy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe y'all heard it somewhere else. But I heard it.
Sir.
I happened to be on their website. You know what I'm saying? And go and caught it over there. Somehow they knew. I don't know. Maybe they psychic, or maybe they prophets of God.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And now they done went and hit Iran. This thing could go anywhere. If the U.S. don't put this down in the next week, it's gonna be hell and mayhem to pay. Go ahead, you was gonna say something, Salaki. Please.
What I was gonna say, what you're saying is so heavy, and it's something to think about. In about 2 months, Iran, remember, FIFA is going to be in the United States, and Iran is set to play a world match in Los Angeles around June 11th, June 13th. There's something to think about.
Anybody going out to that? Yeah, anybody going out to that match? Oh man, you better. Let me tell you. I'll tell you like I was telling them many years ago. Stay out of the white people's way right now. Right now. Sit up in white restaurants and all that, sitting out. Y'all like to sit in them little outdoor cafes with whitey and all that. I wouldn't be doing that right now.
That's right.
You better go way up in that hood somewhere and get you some soul food and keep quiet.
That's right, sir.
Yeah, man. You don't
that
footprint on what's going on anywhere in the world. I mean, they scrambling. They said they don't have enough planes to get Americans out of these countries because they running out of every country over there. They don't have enough planes to get them out of there. Go ahead, Mike. You was gonna say something, Salaki.
I was just gonna say, and you're right, because the white people. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Because white people they at war with each other. You know what I'm saying? The Republicans, a lot of them is mad at Trump because Trump said, he ain't gonna be no wars under his rule. If he get back in, ain't gonna be no more wars. Now they trying to clean it up. So, well, the president never said there's not going to be any wars. He said there's not going to be any forever wars. We're not going to put any troops on the ground. But yet they recently said they don't know how long this is going to take. He's saying 4 to 5 weeks. Then they come back and say however long it takes. That sounds like a forever war to me. And so the white people is fighting each other.
Say again. Go ahead, Maya.
So white people fighting each other. You're right. I would stay out of their way and let them work this out amongst each other. I yield.
Damn right. So busy hating us, and so busy looking at us like we're the filth of the earth. Now is the time to them to, go on and do like they do, go killing and bombing and stealing and robbing and all over the earth, because judgment is coming. Go ahead.
I was going to back you up in that. Donald Trump doesn't like to glorify black achievements in the military anyway.
That's right.
So let's give them no reason to give us medals. Let's give them no reason to erect statues to us. Let's let dying in Iran be a white job. That's a white job, dying in Iran, right? We'll take the black jobs over here. Remember when Donald Trump was saying Latinos are taking black jobs? No sweat. Let dying in the Middle East be a white job.
Right.
That's a white job. Let dying in the Middle East, getting killed for a pedophile's distraction, let that be a white job. And let all of them, so that way there's no reason to give us medals. There's no reason to erect plaques to blacks and Latinos, because dying in the Middle East will become a white job.
That's right.
Damn right, John.
Go ahead, you Dad. Give me a little more.
Khan, sir, the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
That's just what's going on over there right now. They better hurry up and quell this down, because if it continues, it's going to become a total mess over there. They'll just, like, if they given enough time, they'll just keep building weapons and bombing. Both sides will keep building, and bombing the place like crazy. Go ahead.
Khan, the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Right. The Lord is calling this up out. The Lord, this is actual judgment of the Most High. This is actual the Lord's hand in it. Like Donald Trump meant what he said. He said he was not going to have no more of them forever war. But Donald Trump is not the final arbitrator of what goes on in the Middle East or in the world. So he started out trying not to do that. But the Lord made it different, where the Israelis, scared of the Iranians, which got the pictures of him in the back door, they probably got a file. They probably lift the file up like, Donald, need you to do a little something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that file don't hit these streets. You understand? They got him, so those files don't hit the streets. He had to go do what they wanted him to do. Yep. And that is if the Lord stepping in and putting pressure on your kingdom. And that's exactly what he did. And now all them nations are gathered together in it. All them comfortable Arab countries. They were so comfortable over there. The riches, the money they was making off that oil. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, everybody who, all the merchants that became rich from Revelation. Yeah. You know what I mean? They all sitting up there like, damn, we used to have peace and quiet and love over here. Not no more. They all being called in. Jordan trying to stay out of it. They going in it too.
Come on.
You know what I mean? All them countries are going in it, man. And that's why, man, everybody that listened to them fools that told you to go over there, to go get out of America, go to the other land. The war is going everywhere. You can't run and hide from it. You got to turn and face the east and pray to the Lord that he keep you and yours out of it. Go ahead. Let's keep going real quick.
Khan, sir. Verse 5. They come from a far country.
That's right.
From the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
That's right. They're coming from far ends of the earth. And it's the Lord doing it with the weapons of his indignation, brother. And that indignation coming from the Lord is going to be horrible. You're going to hear some horror stories. Yeah. Put that map back up if you could, Marah. Look at that map right there. Cyprus. I didn't even know they hit Cyprus. Look how far away Cyprus is. on the other side of Israel, damn near in the Greek Isles. They hit Cyprus, of course, Israel, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Oman. That is a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I count 9 countries. 9 countries is expanded to for now.
Yeah.
Boy, they better put that thing down quick. If they don't, it's going to get nasty. Go ahead,
Khan, sir. To destroy the whole land.
To destroy the whole land. You understand? Go ahead. 2 more if you could, if you don't mind.
Stretch
it a little bit. Go ahead.
Verse 6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand.
I love that description. How you? Like, you better scream out now. You supposed the Lord want to hear you. The Lord wants you to howl like a wolf. Like you hear a wolf in the woods. Oh, that howl is like hell. Come together. He wants you to howl to bring that thing forth. Go ahead. And we've been howling this truth for many years on these streets, and it is beautiful and glorious, man. That's right. And let me tell you something. Ignore the naysayers. This is the original 1 West 125th Street. You cannot deny the original I.S.U.P.K. You can lie on us and all that. You understand? And pretend like you are part of this nation. When the Lord said, if you come another way, you a thief.
That's right.
You are a thief if you come another way and try to mingle yourself in with the I.S.U.P.K. or try to act like you from the root of the I.S.U.P.K., man. The pedigree is real.
Damn
you understand?
right.
Ain't nobody lied on that pedigree.
Right.
And neither can you lie on it. So what are you talking about? U.P.K. brought these prophecies before.
That's right.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
Khan, sir. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
It shall come as a destruction of the Almighty. It's coming by the hand of the Lord to destroy them empires out. You understand? And let me tell you something, Mark. If you believe the Epstein files, like, come on, man. It's got to be some serious judgment. Like the stuff they was doing, like I brought out before, they were in there trying to do genetically experiments to find out how to create hermaphrodites with dual sex organs. They wanted you to be born with dual sex organs, leaning towards one or the other, but to have both. And the reason they want to have both is because they want to break the barrier between men and women, because that barrier between men and women creates families. Those families create governments. Those governments create empires. If they can break that, then everybody will just be an individual, and you be supposedly willing to have sex with men or women because you got both sex organs. So you couldn't, you would, you know what I mean? You would just be screwed up in the mind. And they wanted you to have that so that this way they can make it a world of slaves. And they serious about it. We may not realize it, but they are serious about it. I found out this week, Jeffrey Epstein was all in the NBA. The whole NBA, they broke down the whole NBA structure, the National Basketball League. You saw it too, right, Dad? They broke the thing down this week, and they said that the Jeffrey Epstein was doing commentary and writing on it because what he was doing was he was trying to get the scientists and the white basketball players together, trying to create like a super race. He was all in it, and he was criticizing all the black players, LeBron James and all of them, just coming up against them constantly, you know, putting all kinds of stuff out on the computer about him. He was obsessed with trying to make these Edomites like supermen. They was about making a super race for themselves out, and they still on it, even though they got rid of him out the spotlight. There's somebody waiting in the wings to do the same thing. I mean, they are really doing some Frankenstein stuff, or attempting to do Frankenstein stuff. And I think that I bring out about the horror they was bringing to the kids and why. about the adrenal glands and all that. Listen, these people is monsters. They would take a child, right, and terrorize this child till the child is frightened to damn near the point of passing out. And once that child gets to that point, that's when they would drain the child's blood. And the reason why is they wanted the adrenaline in the child's blood so that they could drink that blood, and that adrenaline would make them younger, according to what they were saying. It would make them, longer, their skin more supple, and they believed that it would give them long life, and believed that it was okay for them to do it. And they said that one thing that they did was they would strap a kid down. This is some horrible shit. They would strap the kid down, right? The kid is crying and horrible, and they would take a scalpel and cut the baby's, this is a baby now, cut the baby's face off while it's alive. Baby screaming and hollering and all. And that wasn't enough. They would take off the flesh of the baby's face, put it on their face, bleeding and everything. Baby ain't got no face now. And they would come, while the baby's strapped down, they would come and bring their face down into the baby's face. The baby will scream, bloody horror, looking at their own face, blood coming down on their face, and pass the hell out. They cut up the baby, and now this is what's in the file. That was just one. I saw one. I told you I couldn't even play the one I saw the other night. I won't even talk about that one. I saw one the other night, and it was, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. It was just insanity. And this cat here, man, he was some kind of he was one of those cats that almost like autistic, where he was a genius in math but had no feeling. He got you can murder somebody in front of him, and to him in fact, it doesn't, he ain't affected by it. Sociopath, psychopath. Right, psychopath. Right. That's what he was. Go ahead, Maya.
It made so much sense, General, because years I used to think, in the richest country on the earth, why is there so many commercials that need donations to help them, like the Shriners Hospital for Kids, it's another one or two, I forget that it's Christopher or something, for kids, right. And the sick dog commercial, they put them old puppies starving and horses starving. It's so many groups that ask for money for things that seem like, it should be everybody should be supporting this. Look at the babies and look at this. In the richest country on the earth, for years, they beg for money. And I always said, man, these people got to be evil as hell sitting on billions, but the people got to always send $19 a month, 65 cents a day. The people, the citizens, the poor, got to always fund these groups that need this money for life-saving things. How come these billionaires and these leaders that run the earth how come it ain't a law that they got to help with these different things for their country that they supposedly love? But in all this Epstein stuff, it makes sense because the people running this world, they really don't love a country. They're really not patriotic. They really don't love the citizens. These are monsters and ghoulies. And they want all the money, all the power, all the things that they got. And the poor, you peons, got to fend for yourself. They ain't giving a dime to none of them things. And it makes sense because, like you said, Epstein, you kill somebody right in front of him and he don't feel a thing. And all the people that roll with him, hell, they eating babies and cooking babies and teaching and got recipes on how to season their human flesh. I understand why they don't give a damn about humans in their country, in their society. I yield, sir.
The humans in their country is like the cows on your farm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If you got a farm full of cows, you want to make sure them cows is healthy and right just the way you want them. But you ain't got a personal love with the cow because you finna put him in the joint and cut his throat. So you can cut him up and eat that good meat, that good steak. And they looking at humans the same damn way. You know what I mean? And that old cat that was so damn rich, I don't know if he's still alive. I think he died in prison recently. That cat that owned Victoria's Secret. He owned Victoria's Secret, Bed Bath and Beyond. He's the guy in the film with his hair drawn back that you see in the film with the three girls when they talking about getting their stem cells. That's him. This cat is a multi-billionaire sitting back, and you know what they learn how to do too? The small hats learn how to create cabals in everything they do. And back to the basketball, man, they laid out the whole cabal of how the basketball worked and who owns what. And they all so-called Jews, from every last one of them. The whole NBA is owned by so-called Jews. The corporations that's got it, the ones in charge, and all of them are billionaires. It's a whole cabal. And Jeffrey Epstein was right up in the middle of it. He financed a couple guys that they wanted him to finance to buy some of those teams. Okay, finance them cats. You wonder how they get all that money, how they get the money to do that. They go and turn around, invest in the NBA through one of their super spies, get the team. Now the team breaks off, you know, the small hats, a piece of the proceeds, and they make millions for themselves, and they just look like a big wig and look like just another smart businessman. When meanwhile, behind the scenes, they running whole gangster operations, man. Like, this is a real monster world we in. So read 6 and 7 for me, man. How ye, and I'm gonna get up off it.
Come on, sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint.
All hands are going to become faint. And I looked at Donald Trump today when he was giving them awards out today. He did not look comfortable. He was in the room where they was giving him award, and he had to give one of them awards to a black woman. A whole family was there and all that. And he was sitting in that room, brother. He was uncomfortable about this thing with this war here. I don't know if they expected it, and I don't think they knew that the Israelis were going to knock off the head of them Iranian. I don't think they knew that. I mean, maybe they did, but they should be charged as if they did. But I'm going to tell you, boy, it was looking real flaky because he did not look comfortable in that Oval Office. You know what I mean? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Read 7.
Come on, sir. And every man's heart shall melt.
And that's what's getting ready to happen now. All that Billy Bad talk, all that abusing Latino. It's easy to run down the street and drag a Latino out of his car and you know, snatch his baby from him and be absolutely brutal. But when you get ready to get into the real theater of war and see those horrors, man, them cats coming back with PTSD for a good reason.
Yeah.
They coming back head all twisted for a good reason. Because at that time, you in the worst of the world. And many of them are going to be drafted and carried out over there and wiped out. And they better not get a Democrat in some of that Congress, because all you ICE agents, if they go to war long enough and the Democrats get in power, they looking to get rid of you quick.
Yeah.
They're going to mess up your life. Go ahead. That was it for me on that.
If I could say,
Please,
I'm sorry,
Joe,
you had something you died.
No, go ahead. Y'all got it.
If I could say one thing, that's why, for the life of me, I don't know why Americans, white Americans especially, why do you pick a president with no morals? Like, you can tell that you don't care about the kind of person he is. Because I try to imagine having a terrible secret and being willing to start World War III to hide it.
Dang.
Like, it's
a different kind of person.
Why don't you just repent?
Yeah.
I mean, let's say you did a terrible thing.
Right.
Resign.
Yeah.
Do the honorable thing they would do back in the day.
Right.
Back in the day, a nobleman would do the honorable thing.
The Japanese would do.
I was trying not to. Listen, these was noblemen of honor.
Yeah.
They made terrible mistakes.
Yeah.
They would do the honorable thing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine starting World War III to hide your secret?
Right.
To not even care, which is, I believe what you're saying is absolutely true. Donald Trump is not smart enough to understand war. So he doesn't like this. This is negotiate, make money, and deal and deal. He does not understand all of the logistics of Middle East war.
How much money it
costs.
Oh,
my God, all the money and this and that. He doesn't even understand it. He can't read.
Right.
He doesn't understand it.
They say he got a 2-minute attention span.
Yes.
He be watching the stuff for 2 minutes and that's it. He can't watch it no more.
Can you imagine now putting him involved in this? The Israelis just are running it because he can't do it. He doesn't want to do this, but he has a secret. And to hide that secret, he will start World War III.
Yeah.
Rather than just resigning, repenting,
Right.
fighting, laying down on the mercy of the people.
Yeah.
That he will kill your children in war. Your children to go to war. Also, a sinner can hide his sin.
God. That's what I was going to say, General. Like, at least get in front of the TV and cry and say, I'm sorry, I was young. Please forgive me. The people in America, they might cry with you and say, oh, forgive him. But instead, he's going to risk the life of millions of America to hide his little secret. You're right, sir.
Alicio 313 said, man, go teach this BS to your people. I said, huh?
So I banned some corny brother that everybody's talking about him. He had to get banned. He was just.
Oh, y'all bumped him out of here? Well, I wanted to bring up this quote now that it's still up there on the screen, if you don't mind. You know what I mean?
Off his medication.
The quote you was about to say, they was talking to him.
Oh, not to Alicio.
Yeah, Alicio was talking to the
him.
Band.
Oh, my bad, Alicio. My bad. You right. Okay. Well, okay.
He just off his meds, Mariah. He off the meds.
Yeah, the
cat's name was Tyrone. So
Tyrone, okay.
So I banned him. He came back. I banned him again. Somebody said they cloned Tyrone.
God. Yo, man, it's crazy.
He back again.
He back again.
God damn. What did you change the name?
He obsessed with this show. Yo, man. Oh, wait a minute. This is a cat that's been in the truth before. You knocked it out quick. The water. He knocked it out. Yeah, he's been around the truth or something because he knew all slave names and everything. The Tyrone cat. Anyway, we ain't gonna pay him no mind because what we saying is so important. And the only reason you cops be commenting about it is because you so hate that freedom of speech extends to the slaves.
That's it.
You hate that the slaves get to call you on your filth and your dirt. That's what you hate. You know what I mean? So for our people, man, you know what I'm saying? For our people, brothers and sisters, man, get ready for rough times, man. Get ready for rough times. Get ready to set our own networks up to help one another when times get rough. I don't know how soon it'll be or what's going to go down, but I know right now, a major sign was given. And this is the thing you got to remember about the judgment of the Lord. It don't matter if they battling on the street or not. Remember after they bombed Iran, they was like, see, Yahanna, you ain't know what you was talking about. They bombed Iran and they went home and ain't nothing happened. I said, okay, let's sit back and wait and see. It don't matter because the Lord's judgment goes down regardless. So now they back at it again. They might quiet it down again. But so one thing, the prophecy came clear. Saudi Arabia got hit according to the scriptures.
That's right.
And that's biblical prophecy. You can't get around that, which means that this was another step in drawing all those nations deep into the Middle East for the Third World War. Yes, like, this is one step closer. You understand? You still got countries like Turkey and other countries that also have to be drawn in. So this might quail down. It might quail down for a while. But when it rises back up, and remember now, this has been going on since they bombed Gaza. They rose up, bombed Gaza, they quieted down. They rose up, bombed Gaza and Lebanon, they quieted down. They rose up, they bombed Gaza, Lebanon, and Syria, and they quieted down. Now they rose up against the Iranians, and now everybody's getting bombed. Bombing up there in Iraq, they bombing in Syria. They like every group is trying to get vengeance for what has happened. And listen, and them Arabs, remember what the prophecies of the scripture said. I'm gonna ask y'all to find this one, where the Lord said,
his hand against his brother, every man against
no, the one where he talks about the Arabs coming together.
Not a wild man.
Not the wild man is good, but there's one. Where's the one where he says that he have blessed him with 7?
He should dwell with his brethren.
That's one, definitely one. You think you can find that one? He shall dwell with his brethren, and the other one where it says the Lord had blessed him with 7 sons or 7. You know what I mean? Like he said he would give Ishmael 7 sons, or
I think that might be all in the same place.
might be all around the same place. Like that'll tell you what's really going to happen with these Arabs. Them ones that he done bombed, they should be scared to death in those other countries, including Saudi Arabia, because they have Arab clerics who are in those countries who do not like those secular government. Remember, this show you how this is the Lord. Remember, the whole Osama bin Laden issue was because Osama bin Laden did not like them bringing Americans on Saudi Arabian soil. Remember, that was against their rules in Saudi Arabia. They said you cannot bring U.S. troops into Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia brought the U.S. troops. Osama bin Laden went to war over it and brought Afghanistan in it. And so that was another step towards the end of that. Now this prophecy coming to pass of them hitting that embassy in Saudi Arabia, brother, and hitting them oil fields in Saudi Arabia is such a significant step into this prophecy of it all falling into the Third World War. And it's going to be heavy. You was able to find it?
Tell
them where you at.
The book of Genesis, chapter 16 and verse 12.
Check it out, y'all.
And he will be a wild man.
Go above it.
The book of Genesis, chapter 16 and verse 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and thou shalt bear a son, and shalt call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction. And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
He know how to fight when everybody hate him, and he prefers it that way. The Lord made him. That's why he dwelled in them with them camels in the woods. Like this cat don't need a city and everybody loving him. This is a different kind of cat, this Ishmaelite. He can dwell out there with a camel by himself. You don't need every hand could be against him, and he could be against every hand. He cool. And that's exactly what we're seeing. He's going back to who he is. Because the Lord, who's doing this? The Most High is doing it. You understand? Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren.
He's dwelling in the presence of all his brethren. They in there battling, right or wrong, battling each other right now in the presence of all his brethren. All them Arabs are sitting in them different countries with their rich leaders, with their rich Western leaders, that have made alliances with the Israelis who have just devastated Gaza. And they sitting in them countries out doing the 5 times a day. And this is Ramadan, by the way. We in the middle of Ramadan. I went up there to pick up my Amazon package. I come in the door, the brother in there in the long Muslim garment, he ain't ate since do Ramadan in the United States. All them chemicals in your body from all this horrible food, them chemicals start draining. When them chemicals start draining all your brain and nerves, it ain't like you over there eating that lamb out the woods. You can go another day, you can do that once a day, but you try to do that Ramadan over here, them niggas was tripping. He was fiending for a plate of food. I started to offer him something. I said, I know it's Ramadan. Y'all going to do whatever it is y'all do. But them brothers stressed over that. I tried to just get my other bro. Where the Amazon package is? The locker over there. I said, okay, assalamu. I ain't say that to him, but you know what I'm saying. I was thinking in my head, Go ahead,
If I may, sir, 2 things. You're a better man than me, General, because I offer all the Muslim brothers in my slavery food. I'm like, Khalid, you need something, brother? Go to Chick-fil-A. But if I could, sir, we had a Muslim brother come up to us at camp, sir, and I apparently we all been cleansing ourselves the wrong way. Brother came up to Officer Marah and asked him, how does he wipe himself on the toilet? Sir, this brother looked Officer Marah, myself, Azawar, Abad in our faces and said, you're not supposed to use toilet paper or wipes. You're supposed to get a cup, run it with water, use your hand, and that's how you cleanse yourself in the latrine.
And I know that's true because I was watching a video about one of them snipers that was over there, and he was saying how they would do that, and he was like, he thought it was disgusting and blah blah blah. And I said to myself, that's not true. But now I see that is true. That's something that they actually practice over there.
He doing it in America? This same guy?
He doing it here though. Right. He doing it right here in Philly.
In the hood too.
Right. That's rough. That's rough. I'm thanks I'm in the truth. I use toilet paper. Even during Passover week, I'm using toilet paper.
Right.
You know what I mean? So these rules that is in these religions is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous on all sides. There is no truth except for the Most High. But he did bless Ishmael to be able to come together in these last times. He put that oil underneath them, which made them never want to go to other countries. Like they are people that like to stay in that desert over there where they at, get that oil, and live that life in that desert. You trying to separate them, it's never gonna help. They ain't never moved. They ain't moved up countries in thousands of years.
So, I got the scripture, General, where it talk about the 12.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say I got the scripture where it talk about the 12 princes and how the Lord made them a great nation with that oil.
Can we get that one after this one?
Yeah. Okay, Genesis 17 and 20, you die when you're ready.
All right, let's rock both of those out. All right. And once again, the Lord is giving them something to come up against the empires with. Because again, all of them have to get into this war. The whole earth is about to be reset by the hand of the Lord. He's going to reset the planet from the bullshit that's been going on for thousands of years. Go ahead, Alex.
And General, just for the people who don't understand, that's the valley of decision that the scriptures talk about, right?
Yes, it is. Joel, the chapter, the valley of decisions. It is exactly what that is. And this is exactly what's happening. And once again, the skirmish might die down, but you can go to sleep if you want to on the prophecy because it's going to stir back up. That's why every officer should be vigilant now. And also, too, if I could take a quick break to say this, any captain out there that wants to raise up officers to captains, I'm going to give y'all one more week. I've been saying this for a couple of weeks. I'm going to give y'all one more week to email me or contact General Muhammad. You can email me at YAHANNA@ISUPK.org, not com.org. If you email me there, I'll review them and decide which ones should become captains. So if you got some brothers that are really stellar and you want to bring them up to become captains, now's the time to do it. I'll raise them up at the Passover, but you better send me in that information this week so that I could, go through them and review them and see if they fit the criteria to become a captain. And we can go on because you're getting ready to need them. You're getting ready to need them because as this place breaks down, them preachers are going to do just what they did when that flood came. They locked the damn doors of their church trying to save their $1 million building. And meanwhile, they didn't give a damn about the people, right or wrong.
Right.
So we got an obligation to Yahawashi. You know what I mean? Christ said to Peter, if you love me, feed my flock. That's talking about the knowledge first. But it's talking about everything else that comes behind that. Once they come to the Lord, you better be ready to really work for the Lord in taking care of these people, man. And captains should be preparing, you know what I mean? Because it's going to happen. This ain't hyperbole I'm talking. I know you done heard this for a long time, but remember this. Noah prophesied for 120 years. That's a long time. But on the 121st year, them niggas was swimming for dear life. So get our head right. All right. You was gonna say something, somebody else? We'll keep going. Go ahead, you die real quick.
So the book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse 20. And as for Ishmael, I've heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him and will make him fruitful and will multiply him exceedingly.
Right. He made him strong. Go ahead. And this is more proof that they are not the chosen. Because the very same book that talks about what blessing they did have also talks about them not being the chosen.
Yeah. Right.
So that's why it's a lie when people turn around and say, well, the Bible is corrupt. The Bible don't have the story right. Bible don't have the story right, why would the Lord also say, yeah, I am going to put something on Ishmael and give them what they need to do what they need to do, especially at the end. But still, in Isaac shall my seed be called.
That's the 21st verse, General.
21st verse. You got right. I'm gonna let him go down and read it. So I just want to make that distinction about what they try to say about this book. Also, too, can I just a little sidebar? I was just watching last night. I was sitting up, was watching the History Channel, and they was going into this whole thing about the Anunnaki and how they believe that these are extraterrestrials that seeded the planet, which is all a lie, right? But here's the part that really struck me about Esau. Now, this is supposed to be the History Channel. They're supposed to know what the hell they talking about. And here's how you know they was lying. Brother, they pulled up the pictures of the people that lived in the city called Summer. Now, you know that's the city right next to the city that Abraham came from, which is Ur.
Right.
So these is like neighboring cities. They pull these frescoes up of these brothers because they got them out of Iraq. And these frescoes had, I mean, perfectly beautiful brown skin like ours. With the braids, I mean, it totally, you could tell we came from these people as a people, right? Then they moved up to the point where they got to the biblical part. And when they got to the biblical part, they switched all the pictures to Leonardo da Vinci's pictures of them white naked people and naked babies and all that. And the whole time they was so staunch on how it was so possible for these people to be extraterrestrials that seeded the earth. But when they got to the part about the Bible, everything was questionable. Everything was, well, they probably got the story from them, or they probably got this story from them. And that was proof that they always trashed the Bible. They always put down the Lord's word. When this scripture's here, these prophecies here, this is the best thing you could ever have. If you stuck on an island by yourself, hope that you got a Bible with you, brother, and you're going to be fine. Because it's going to show you everything you need to do. I just had to add that to it.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead. Go ahead, you die.
Come, sir. 12 princes shall he beget.
12 princes. Go ahead.
And I will make him a great nation.
And he built them up. Go ahead.
Verse 21. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
But what?
But my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
And he don't care where Isaac's people are at. He still got that covenant with Isaac. Christ sealed that covenant. So we're the people that are chosen by the Lord, and we're the people that's going to be risen up. And he got his people. They got their oil. The Lord shined on them. But their shining was for a time. Ours is going to be forever and ever and ever, never to be stopped again. You had another scripture y'all was holding, right? Was that Mayat? You had one?
That was it, sir.
That was it. He just read it, General.
Okay, Most High in Christ.
I think he said go down one more. He's talking about going down one more to 21.
21? All right, I'm coming back to you, Marah. Was something wrong with the system? Or
No. It was just a brother had a question about Ishmael.
Go ahead, give it to me.
He asked. He said, "Ishmaelites are our brethren or no?"
They're not our brethren. The Ishmaelites are a whole nother nation that broke off from Abraham. You got to go back and read the story of Abraham before he had Isaac. Isaac is that's why it says, in Isaac shall thy seed be called, because he had two sons, Ishmael and Isaac. But Ishmael was cast out. The Lord told Abraham to obey his wife and put the bond child out, which was Ishmael, and to keep Isaac and raise him up. And the Lord didn't kill Ishmael. Ishmael didn't disappear off the earth. If you go back and read further down, when they went to bury Abraham, Ishmael was there. So their people was around. But they are not the chosen people. You know what I mean? They came up against us many times. One of the main ways they came up against us is that one of their descendants were the Midianites. And these Midianites gave us hell during the time of Gideon. They come out of all those family lines. So no, they are not us. They are not the chosen people. And it's a heartbreak. Muslims don't want you to say this, but it's a heartbreak to see them dressed like the Arabs, following the laws of the Arabs, doing the things of the Arabs when we're not Arabs. We're not those people. You know what I mean? Like you, just like it's horrible to see a Christian wearing a suit and tie, trying to be like the white man, shaving his hair off, cutting his beard so he don't have no beard on his face, being homosexual, being like, that's all a Greco-Roman way of life. That's a Roman Catholic religion. That's a white man's God. So you got an Arab's God and a white man's God and every other God, and you never find out who you are. You never seek it out. You're the only people in this time, 2026, that have no clue who your national identity is, who your origins are. And that's the proof in itself that you are the chosen people of the Lord. Because the Lord said he would scatter us and we would not know, where we came from. But boy, oh boy, if you could take the time and study it, if you could just say, down in the street, I don't believe him. I think he's dead wrong, but I'm going to give him a second and I'm going to go through what he's saying and seeing if it's true. And by the time you get to Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it's going to blow your mind. And you're going to be able, and you're going to, we must really be the chosen people. Let me tell you something. We outshine all. I always say this to ourselves. The Arabs would have done better if they had black men as spokesmen, because they can't talk. They get on CNN and, well, in the name of Allah, we hope. The war breaking out, they bombing the whole damn place. These cats don't have the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the spirit to bring forth. That's why them preachers are so effective. Because even though they're in the negative, they still the chosen people of the Lord, using the spirit of the Father to do amazing things. And we do it in everything. That's why we're so good at music, sports, science. We are some of the smartest engineers on the planet, despite what they say. Like they engineer everything when we invented all of that stuff. We invented every last bit of that stuff. They just stole it because we were the slave. And we don't recognize how great we are and how close it makes us to the Lord. And especially how high moral we are. Excuse me, Salakia. Go ahead, you die. I don't want to take too much. So no, the answer is no. We have nothing to do with the Ishmaelites. We have nothing to do with the Arab world in terms of being kin to us, and especially with their religions. You know what I mean? Sorry to break hearts. Go ahead. You know what I mean? And if I could, last point. Proof of that is what happened with Farrakhan. Farrakhan became a spokesman for Gaddafi. You know what I mean? When they went and destroyed Iraq, he went and had something to say about Saddam Hussein. He didn't have much to say about Venezuela because he don't know. He don't have the knowledge of the truth. When Venezuela is his people, but the Arabs are not his people. You know what I mean? And so Elijah Muhammad and them, they tried to help black people, but they tried to take an Arab's religion and apply it to black people, thinking they could help black people that way, when that was the mistake. The mistake was the mistake was to not go and find out who these people are from the beginning. You born a slave, you come from slaves. So the first thing you're supposed to do is like, who are these slaves? Where do they actually come from? What people are they? And it's not hard to find. You can go right into the history and show you we all came off the coast of Africa, but our identity was different than the Africans. And it shows you that we were the chosen people. We were called Fort Judah. We had all the biblical names, even when we was on the other side of the world. You know what I mean? And that's why so many of you got caught up in the Egypt and caught up in the anything. And the prophecies in the Bible tell you we wouldn't know who we are. The scriptures say an ox knoweth his owner, an ass his master's crib. But my people doeth not know. They don't consider. Meaning an ox, if you go out in the middle of the field and you leave your ox out there, right? And the sun start coming down. The ox know how to walk. He'll walk in the dark. You know what I mean? You done left him out there. He gonna walk in the dark and he gonna find his master's crib. You understand? And the same with an ass. Like a donkey. You know how sometimes a donkey sit down and you can't get him to move?
Yeah.
If you drop the leash on the donkey and leave, he might sit there half the night. But sometime in the middle of the night, he gonna get up when he's ready, or it start getting too cold out, and he gonna find his way back to where he's supposed to be. Meaning the two dumbest animals know how to get back to where they belong. But the Lord said, my people don't know how to get back where they belong.
Right.
They don't even consider you like that animal sitting out in the woods that can't figure your way back, and you end up dying in them woods. When you're supposed to be figuring out who are we before you take on somebody's religion. I don't care if your mama taught you, your daddy taught you. I don't care if it was the religion in your neighborhood. I don't care if your homies firing guns was doing it. You got to know it for yourself. You know what I mean? And that was a big thing in the truth, and should always stay a big thing in the truth. We always taught, don't believe me, go search it for yourself. You know what I mean? And before you even get to that point, Salaki, I'm running y'all, but you're supposed to ask the Lord, Father, show me. Show, like you act like God is a dead man. God is alive. If you ask the Lord, show you, you're going to walk your way to the store and fall down in the trap door at the grocery store. And while they pulling you out, you're going to see a book on the shelf, Origins of a Black Man in the Bible. And you're going to reach for it, pull it out, and say, oh, my God. And you're going to know it was the Lord. Like, the Lord ain't dead. Or you're going to walk down the street, man, and walk past one of these camps and be like, oh, them niggas again. And they're going to say, what with that scripture. And the Lord going to tell you, stop and listen. And you're going to stop. You know what I mean? Tons of brothers. Most of us came in that way.
Yeah.
Most of us came in, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I still got tapes of cats that's in the truth right now, captains who was arguing with me on the street. Fuck that bullshit you saying. That shit ain't none of that shit real. Nigga in here now. You know what I'm saying? I got tapes up. So what I'm saying is, like, we got to stop acting like God don't exist. He do exist. He's right here. Everything that's made around us is created by the Lord. Step up into the zone, ask the Father, and then question everything that's going on, fam. Y'all know what you're supposed to do. Salaki for running so hard on it. Was that it on it? Or do we have the other scripture, or we good? I think we good. We covered. Okay, no sweat.
How U.S. Israel attacks on Iran threatened the Strait of Hormuz oil markets.
They said the oil's going up 10 cents a day, y'all. That means every 10 days it'll be up another $1.
Yeah.
It's already high. It's already 3 and change. It'll be 4 and change 10 days from now. Sit up there for 2 weeks, $5. 2 months, $10 a gallon. OPEC sitting back laughing. Woo, Trump, you dumb fuck. My friend. They're gonna be laughing at it. Getting as much as they can, $10 a gallon of oil at the pump. They up. I heard they up to 90. That's what I want to know. They up to $90 a barrel right now. Does anybody know how much it was before the war? Can we look that up? I want to know how much was a barrel before they bombed Iran. Because they said now it's up going up 10%. You know what I mean? So let's get it on. You done?
I think I have it, sir.
Go ahead.
It said a standard barrel of oil, 42 gallons, has historically fluctuated, dropping to under $20 during the pandemic and rising over 90 by 2022.
Okay, so 90. So going into the war is pretty much the same, but it's steady rising according to them. $20 a barrel during the pandemic. Me either. You know, man, I've been storing up fuel at that point.
Probably because they just kept the price the same.
They just kept the price the same.
They just made the profits.
They just made the money off of thieves. Should have known. All right. So is that it? We moving on? Which one we on? About the barrels?
About the Strait of Hormuz.
Yes, let's keep going. Okay, Worthy Joshua said it was $72 a barrel before the war. So if that's the case, it done jumped to 90. That's a lot of cheddar. That's $18 a barrel right there. Up $18 a barrel. and at the pump, 10 cents a day. And I don't know, a lot of y'all ain't old as me. I'm damn near old as Methuselah. Feel 20, but been here since Methuselah been. But let me tell you something. I was there during the I ain't gonna say what year, the gas crisis in New York, in the United States. You was there, that gas crisis, that was a little before you. Y'all was a little, thank you.
That was during the Lincoln administration. Lincoln administration.
That's when they freed the slaves, huh? So cool.
Let me tell you something. It is no joke an oil crisis that jams up at the pump. If it ever goes down like it did back then, they were shooting people. They were shooting each other at the pump. I mean, literally. And some people were so bold that they would cut in on somebody else. And brother, a riot would break out in the gas station. They would turn that person's car over in the gas station for cutting in the line. If they didn't kill him, they turned that damn car over. So it was a serious crisis. And they was at war with. So if that happens again, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be a believer in electric cars. Electric cars going up to 100,000. 100,000. You're going to get a tiny electric car for $100,000. And you're going to be a believer in them electric cars. Because, brother, it is hell if they cut that oil off. I mean, the lines were, 3-4 blocks long out the gas station. You had to stay in that line. And then here was the worst. Sometimes the gas would get cut off, meaning they would run out. It was so many people, they just keep giving the gas until the gas run out. And now they got hundreds of people online. And of course, a riot break out. They tear the gas station to the ground. Because of course, they just stood in the line for 2-3 hours. And now you talking about you ain't got no gas. Jesus Christ. They've been coming out to the gas station 2-3 days in a row and forget about it. And so it was hell. So if that ever comes about again, you can forget about it. And all countries, when that happens, countries hoard the fuel for the military. That's what's happening in Cuba right now. Cuba is in a serious crisis where the military has to hoard the fuel in case they got to go to war. Because after Venezuela got taken over, now there's no more fuel coming into Cuba like they had before. They trying to open up other lines and find other ways, but they having difficulty because everything is getting blocked, which means the economy starts to go down because, of course, once trucks stop moving, goods stop moving.
Right.
Once goods stop moving, people begin to starve. Society, that's the beginning of society's decline. The minute goods stop moving, the first thing you're going to see is viruses coming out, people getting sick. Diphtheria and different things because there's nothing to sanitize anymore. There's no more. Because nothing's being shipped in. So now once you run out of soaps and bleach and all that, which happens very fast because everybody needs it, and now you got no more ability to clean anything. So now you in a real jam. And then when things don't get shipped in, guess what? The water supply gets jammed up because they need to replace parts. They need chemicals to cleanse the water. So when them trucks stop, you can guarantee that water is getting ready to stop. And then, of course, there goes your electricity. There goes your gas. Before you know it, you back in the Stone Age trying to survive. And that's where that's going right now in Cuba. And it's going to be that way across the entire earth, given enough time. And as that happens, that's when you hold on to the Most High. That's when you remember these scriptures, remember these classes, remember these things that were said. Because the most powerful thing that you must not lose in any crisis is your spirit to stand in the crisis. The minute you get broken in the situation, then everything falls. But if you don't get broken, the chance of everything being fixed is always there. It's always there. But the minute you get broken, them chances are gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. I yield. Salaki, I was wrong.
Go.
Israel intensifies war on Lebanon.
Go ahead, Salaki.
Khan, sir. It says Israel intensifies war on Lebanon after Hezbollah attacks.
Which means, you know what that means, right? That means that they're gonna now have to fight on two fronts, depending on how armed Hezbollah is and how willing the Iranians are to arm Hezbollah. The Israelis are going to now have to fight Iran and fight Hezbollah in the north. It's two fronts. If they bring the Houthis in from the south, they'll have to fight on three fronts. So they definitely trying to quickly bring this to a stall so that they can, restore order. That's a lot of weight coming their way. It's a lot of weight coming their way. And brother, if any one of those Arab countries' government falls, the crisis is going to be serious. Don't think it can't happen. If one of them fall, the crisis is going to be serious. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Salaki. Y'all jump in anytime.
Yes, sir.
Please. If you have more, it's up to you, Yadai.
British base in Cyprus targeted and suspected drone attack.
Damn, they reached all. I was surprised. I reached all the way out to Cyprus and hit a British base.
But they said they got them long range missiles now.
I see that, but I didn't think they would reach that far.
Yeah, they said they got them.
But they went way over the top on that one and blew up a base in Cyprus. That means they got a lot of fire. They got some reach on them weapons. They got some serious reach on them weapons, man. And if they hold out, you never know. There's a lot of actors that got nuclear weapons. North Korea, Pakistanis, China, Russia.
Yeah.
That's a lot of possibilities right there. Somebody might smell blood in the water and pass them a nuke. Don't handle your business. You know what I mean? And this thing could go all the way hot. Go ahead. It's going to do it anyway. It may not do it now, but it's going to do it eventually. Go ahead. How do we know it? Because the Lord said it's going to happen. That's how we know it. You know what I mean? And we've been listening to your experts for years, and they've been wrong about everything. Wrong about history, wrong about God, wrong about everything. So why would we listen to you now?
Yes, sir. They said that Donald Trump became president because he was going to stop all of these forever wars.
Right.
Yeah. That he was the one that was going to make sure that there was never a war in Iran.
Right.
That's what they said.
That's what they said.
And they've been having this video on repeat of him saying about Obama. He's starting wars in Iran. He's making these excuses.
Oh, man, find that one. Go ahead, Mayak.
And everything he doing now, he was checking Obama because he felt Obama was doing it then, but he doing it right now.
He know now. He know what it means to be in the seat. You in the seat. You don't do what you want to do. And how many times? That's the beauty of the scriptures. You go through these scriptures, you see where many of the leaders in the past wanted to do A or B or C, and the Lord came in and did something different. Remember all those brothers and sisters that died in the Nile River because the Pharaoh wanted to kill Moses before he came about. All them brothers and sisters that died under Herod, you understand, in Israel under Herod, because he heard that Christ was being brought in the earth. You understand? So he saw these things, and many leaders wanted to do something about it. Like Haman, we in Purim right now, reading about when a great, powerful second in command sought to wipe out the children of Israel. And the Lord put it on a sister to get that bastard killed. Now, you sisters, you on the wrong page. You better get on the right page.
Right.
That sister got that heathen killed and got all the children of Israel saved. So they may want to do one thing, but you're going to do what the Lord wants you to do. And brother, his prophecy will come to pass, and there ain't nobody could get around that. Go ahead, Doc.
It says the United Kingdom's Royal Air Force Base in Oratory, Cyprus, has witnessed a suspected Iranian drone attack overnight.
The island U.P.K. 144. You right. Haman would be a so-called Jew today, a small hat. He's correct because he was from that group. Go ahead, Doc. I'm sorry.
Come, sir. And the British Ministry of Defense said after the Prime Minister Keir Starmer said the UK would allow the United States to use its bases to attack Iran. All the competent services of the Republic are on alert and are full operational readiness, President Nikos Christodoulides said in a speech on Monday, adding that the type unnamed aerial vehicle caused minor damage when it crashed into the military facilities at 12:03.
Brother, they suffering casualties too. Yeah. He's gonna have to explain that, especially in the wake of the. And he even said it. If that tape is true, I don't know how true that tape is. Where they claim he was arguing with the staff, and he was like, "Y'all know that tape, Mariah? You know that tape I'm talking about? That one where he says, I don't care what you do, start a war, do whatever. But if I go down, everybody's going down." Y'all ain't heard that tape? Brother, they got a tape they claim is him in the back office. And they said this is how you know it's true. Because when he came out, they said, "Mr. President, your voice is kind of hoarse." And he turned around and said, "Yeah, because I was arguing with some people in the back because they was being stupid." And then they found the tape of when he was yelling at him. And he was like, "I don't care what you do. I don't care. Fire somebody, start a war. I don't care, but I'm not going down. If I go down, everybody's going down." That's what he said. That if that was him making that statement, that's what they claim. So see if you find it, Mariah. If not, anybody out there know where it is, send me the link. Go ahead.
So I do got a video of him saying that if we just so happen to be in the war 3 years from now, there's no election. So there's no.
Damn.
He said that exactly.
Wow. Go on, play it. Go on, play it. That was heavy. With Trump.
No sound, I can.
You were there. You were there.
During the war, you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. I wonder what the fake.
You like this idea?
No, this is
No.
Like he didn't even know that same fact. Like, boy, oh boy, they're gonna be looking to get that thing. They're looking to end the elections out. They're looking to seriously set up dictatorship. And of course, we are totally unaware of what we should be aware as this thing is going on. They said it was no sound, no audio.
I put it on. Jeremiah said it. I heard. I put the sound.
Oh, you was able to get it. Okay, so we done on that. All right, where we going, you die? Y'all want to jump in, anybody?
Okay. Pentagon, Trump warns more U.S. troops likely to die in Iran.
It's going to be bad. Yeah. It's going to be bad. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be bad.
Hold up. So he said die in Iran?
Yep.
Three or two, I believe, already died. And so he's saying there's going to be more.
Monterey, big shout out to Monterey. Monterey got the tape for it. I'm going to send it to you right now on Messenger, Monterey, if I could. Huh?
Khan.
Y'all keep going.
Khan. Joint Chief Chairman Dane Kane said more troops are being sent to the region Additional American troops are being sent into the Middle East as the joint U.S.-Israeli war against Iran enters its third day Monday, with the senior Pentagon officials warning that the death toll of Americans will likely rise as the conflict widens across the region.
Can you imagine, sir? Preachers told their sons to go join the military, the white man's military.
Yeah.
And when I think about it, after the Iraq war, I went and researched it today about how many millions of people died over a lie that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction.
Dang.
It just happened. A complete and total lie that there were nuclear weapons in Iraq. Saddam Hussein was hiding them somewhere in the desert, and they invaded that country, and countless people died. Millions of people died. And then they'll go do it again.
Yeah.
Which shows you that they have no regard for life, man.
Right.
Like, they don't care about people.
Right.
They don't care about human beings, because for the life of me, after Iraq, after you already went and invaded a country on a lie,
Right.
you believe so strongly that they had weapons of mass destruction. Your intelligence from the Israeli government guaranteed they had weapons of mass destruction. That's another video you can find of Benjamin Netanyahu saying that there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. He was going around America to conferences and speaking engagements, telling everyone that you must invade Iraq. Iraq has weapons of mass destruction. Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. You invaded Iraq, and there was nothing there, and your sons didn't come home, and your daughters didn't come home. And to do it again, you'd have to be Epstein list cruel.
Yes.
To do it again. Like, to just go say, I'm doing it one more time. The war in Iraq, I think, is still happening.
Yes.
I think it's
they
right now.
They're trying to push into the green zone right now.
Yeah, I think it never ended. Like,
That's
it's
right.
going on for 25 years. And then to do it again, that's because someone is in charge who is immoral. He is Epstein list level immoral.
Dang.
Salaki, sir.
They said his name is mentioned in the Epstein list more than Christ in the Bible.
That's what they said.
Look, Jimmy Kimmel called it the Trump Epstein file.
Right. Tony D said, didn't Trump say only suckers die in the army? Yes,
That's
he
what
did.
he said.
And didn't he trash
John McCain?
John McCain.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
John McCain did 5 years in a concentration camp. Can't even lift his arm off. Did it for America. He called John McCain a sucker.
Yes, he did.
Damn. That's why his daughter came up against it.
Yeah.
Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Come on with it.
Not releasing the Epstein files. Fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't care what you do. Start a fucking war. Just don't let him get out. If I go down, I will bring all of you down with me.
No, I don't think so. Muhammad said they don't think it's real. They think it's AI, huh? You was gonna say something? Muhammad like, nah, no way. Couldn't be.
There's a little sound in
You
there.
could tell the sound, right, was letting you know that it was not real. God.
I mean, shit, the things Trump just says at a press conference is ridiculous enough.
That's true.
I mean, he go in front of the camera and say that thing about John McCain. He just said that.
He just did not.
He just said he was a loser, and that's why he got captured. I like winners. I don't like John McCain.
Right.
He said that right in the camera.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
He didn't care.
He said he likes soldiers that don't get captured.
That's what he said.
Good night, man.
And he's a draft dodger.
Right.
A 5-time draft dodger.
5 times.
And they still voted for him. And now their sons are going to die on foreign soil. That should be a white job. Like, there should be no blacks or Hispanics that do that job.
Right. And let me tell you something, Mark. That's another thing. Iran is known for kidnapping Americans. That's what they're known for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what they don't want is, them coming in and, starting to, you know what I'm saying?
An act of terrorism already happened.
That's right.
Already
I heard
in Texas. Yeah, some
Hamite, right? Already started with.
Yep.
And America been scared of Iran for a long time. I remember way back in the day, we was young, Muhammad. Back to the Future. they was Iranians that shot up that professor who stole their uranium. You know what I'm saying?
They shot up what?
So they was like, it's a professor who went back to the future and that y'all forget Michael whatever his name got the medical issues now.
Oh damn!
Michael J. Fox, right? Back to the Future. Them was Iranians that professor stole that uranium from to build that car to go back to the future. And so America been pushing them Iranians way back then, like they shot them up and killed them in the movie. So they was considered like big killers and hitmen back then. America was scared of them.
Oof. I better stay out of there.
You died.
We good? I think I lost my whole chat room. Y'all good?
I
got mine. I got it back. Cool. Yeah, man.
Russia condemns U.S.-Israel strikes on Iran.
If I could, sir, and that's how World War III starts. Like the U.S. went and did something that now draws every country on the planet Earth into this conflict in the Valley of Decision.
Yep.
Conflict in the Middle East. And so now, of course, Russia has to side with the Iranians. North Korea has to side with the Russians. South Korea has to side with the Americans. And that's how you start World War III.
And what's really heavy is they're even calling it World War III. Like I never heard the nations talk about World War III like they knew what this was.
Yeah.
And and these are nations that don't even believe in the Bible.
That's right.
But they calling it World War III like they know this is what's getting ready to go down. Let's read it. Joel 3rd chapter. Can we do it? We can finish up with this. Again, man, big shout out to everybody that celebrated the Feast of Purim. The grace and mercy of the Lord is an amazing story. You definitely have to check it out. And once again, we living it right now as we come into the end and getting ready to get into this kingdom of heaven, man. So this is so the right time and right spirit, man, for the I.S.U.P.K. You've done well, Israel. You've done well. Hold the reins, man. You ain't been perfect, but you've been great. And you keep holding the reins, man. Your time is coming. Your time is coming. And the worse they get towards us and the worse it gets, the greater we become. That's what the Lord said. The more they afflicted the children of Israel, the more we multiply, the greater we became. And that thing is going to happen once again. You know what I mean? So, Justin Nichols, man, what are you talking about? Go ahead. Let's get it on. Yes, sir.
If I may, a brother had a question in the
Please,
chat.
come on with it.
He said, brother at William T. He said, I would like to bless Commanding General YAHANNA and the generals with bottles of my homemade moonshine at the Passover.
Good night. Knock somebody off their feet with that, brother. We'll see you Passover night, warrior. The water. Appreciate that, man. Let's raise up the brotherhood and sisterhood in that Passover, this Passover week. It could be our last. You never know. You better get yours in now. I don't know after this. You know what I mean? I can't guarantee. You know what I mean? I'll be glad to stop giving Haas this humongous budget for it. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait till he come in. We doing a Passover? Nah, we out of here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? God. That's right. Oppression does make a wise man angry. Come on with it, y'all. What we doing? Let's do it.
Come, sir. The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days, and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather also all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
And when he say, I'm going to gather again the captivity of Judah and Israel, meaning he's going to end our captivity. And that's how you know we in the Third World War. You so dumb. Those of you that can't see it because you don't know the scriptures. The Lord is going to bring us back from this captivity we in. Then he said he would do what? He would like the main sign of us coming back is what? Read the second half of that verse.
Khan, sir. When I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Judah and Jerusalem. Go ahead.
I will also gather all nations.
At the same time, he going to gather all nations. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
And the valley of Jehoshaphat is in the southern part of Israel, like not full south, but on the southern half, but right close to the middle of Israel is the valley of Jehoshaphat. And that's where they kept the horses. That it was known. It was almost like a bunch of stables and stuff like that. And those stables were full of horses because they used those horses for war. And so now the Lord is saying, I'm gonna gather them together down into this valley. I'm gonna gather them to the heart of their weaponry. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, sir. And will plead with them.
And what?
And will plead with them.
And the Lord's way of pleading ain't like you plead. Like you pleading like, please, man, please. That ain't how the Lord plead. When the Lord plead, he blow up your whole city.
Yes, sir.
And then he say, can you please let my people go? While you bleeding and falling apart, you be quick to listen to what the Lord said, especially Israel. Many times we came up against the Lord, and the Lord let us get destroyed. And then we was crying on to the Most High. That's the Lord's way of pleading. He don't plead like a man plead. With terror on you. Go ahead. Daniel called him the terrible one.
Right.
Go ahead.
Khan. There will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel.
That's right. He's going to plead for his people, us, blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, and for his heritage. Meaning he's going to plead that you allow his people to have their heritage, that you allow them to have the history of themselves being Israel, and you're going to do it. The reason you're going to do it is because he's going to bring hell down on this earth. And when he say, these are my people, can they have their identity? You're going to say, hell yeah. You're going to say, yes, you can have your identity. We was wrong for stopping you. Go ahead.
Khan. Whom they have scattered among the nations.
Whom they scattered among the nations. And yes, we scattered, but he's going to get his heritage back. We're going to be a nation again of all 12 tribes. Go ahead.
And parted my land.
And did what?
And parted my land.
We ain't in our land. They parted our land. Why? Because we went into captivity. But now the Lord said, I'm going to bring them back from that captivity and plead for their heritage. You understand? Well, because now we all parted all over the earth. We in every kind of religion. That's why I said about being a Muslim and a Christian and a lot. Some of you following the white Jews. You following their religion and all these different religions. You following their religions because you've been scattered into their empire, which is why it should be natural to you to search out your identity. Find out who you are. Why are these brothers screaming and yelling every day about us being the chosen? Like, I mean, just carnally choosing to be the chosen people is the worst decision we could ever make. We should have became Muslims. We should have became Christians, man. Why the hell we take being an Israelite when nobody wants to be an Israelite and the so-called Jew don't want us to be an Israelite either? Like we had to take on the worst identity known on this earth, but that's still the greatest identity. Why? Because it's the truth. And the truth got to prevail regardless of how much is hated.
Right.
Regardless of how much men and women come against it. The truth must prevail. And you must be a person of truth. Check your cameras. Go ahead. Read on.
Khan. And they have cast lots for my people.
And they cast lots, meaning they sold us for nothing. Nobody else on this earth has been sold and still have not been restored. Nobody. When they overthrow another nation, you see them already talking contracts and all that to build these other countries up. They'll build these countries up. They ain't got no problem with it.
Right.
But when it comes to you, you never get built up. You never get the due that you're supposed to have. Go ahead.
Khan. And I've given a boy for a harlot.
Go ahead.
And sold a girl for wine.
And that's exactly what they did in the Epstein file.
That's right.
Young man sold a girl for a harlot. Went and raped them young girls, raped them little babies. And young man and sold a boy for a bottle of wine, meaning they profited off of us.
That's right.
They profited off of us in every way that they wanted to. The sports arena, the music, the entertainment, the movies. every way they can. Academics, everything. They profit off of us. They fill their pockets off of our young, strong black men. Fill up the prisons, get rich. Get them to kill each other, get rich. Use us every way they can to get paid. Soul a boy for wine. That don't describe nobody else in the earth but us. Go ahead, Op.
Khan. Verse 4. Yea, and what they have to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon.
Right, and what do they have to do with the Lord? Those different countries and that have come into the Lord's chosen land. Right now, Hezbollah is running Tyre and Sidon. The Syrian leader was run out the country. What's his name? Balashad, I think it is. He's been moved out the country. But another set of Arabs run the land. But that land belongs to the true chosen people of the Lord. And it's fitting what is going on right now in the Middle East. It's fitting because it's a desecration of what they tried to erect. They tried to take a Caucasus nation, a bunch of cave dwellers, bring them down, change their names, and fill the chosen people of the Lord's land with these people and try to establish them as the people and have everybody looking at them and have everybody, having mercy on them like they're the chosen people. It was hypocrisy, man. And the Lord said, no, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. You sit up there and try to be the Lord's chosen, I'm going to make hell in the land. And there's a scripture, you ain't got to get it, but there's a scripture in the Old Testament that tells you how the Assyrians tried to take us out the land and tried to bring in implants in the land. Oh, yeah. But they went in there and had hell trying to do that. So the Syrians told them, take back some of the children of Israel and bring them back to the land so they can show you how to live in this land, because this is a peculiar place. This land of Israel, but they don't dare say that you're the chosen, and it don't matter anyway, because the Lord said, do not go back over there. The Lord is about to make that place a horrible place. Them brothers and sisters back in the 60s that went down to Dimona and established themselves down there, that was a horrible mistake to make. Those brothers are right now fighting in the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force. That's right. Those brothers and sisters are losing their lives and dying for the empire that has their identity. And worst of all, they came there knowing that the small hats had their identity. That's right. Like the brothers and sisters in Dimona did not, they weren't asleep to who they were. They just listened to a brother that carried them into that land and never prepared them for what's happening now. And so the so-called small hats came in, and now all their sons and daughters have to go into that military. And if they die, they dying for so the wrong reason. Dying is such a hypocrisy that what they would die for if they died over there. Are you gonna go? Look, you talk about a stupid leader. I'm gonna tell you straight up, that brother was a dumbass. You're gonna send your people down into the land with the people that hate you and stole your identity, never gave you citizenship. He was there since the 60s. And he didn't get citizenship to the day he died. They didn't give him citizenship. They gave a couple people citizenship and all that. And then later on, they gave others citizenship. But they held that thing off from all of them at one time, damn near up until I think the 90s, maybe the 2000s. Then first of all, how you gonna be the chosen people coming back to your land and beg people who stole your land to give you some citizenship? You don't understand the Bible. The Lord don't like a weak man. You understand? He said, let the weak say I am strong. You don't understand the God you serve. The scriptures call him the terrible God. Well, why they call him so terrible? Because that's how vicious he is when you let evil reign in the earth. Right. And he's going to be just as vicious, more vicious than any nation that's set up on this earth. He's going to know how to be more vicious. So he's going to get ready to get his thing on. When he get his thing on, you ain't going to even want to know who the Lord is. Just like we didn't want to know when Moses told us, y'all better back the hell up. We like, Moses, you better get the hell out of our way. We're going to talk to God ourselves. He's going to have to explain himself, why he got us out here in this wilderness. And Moses said, no problem. He got out the way. And when the Lord came through, We said, you know what, Moses, we think we want to talk to you. We want to talk to you. I think that's a good idea. You had a good idea right there, brother. We're going to go back to that good idea because we don't learn. We learn the hard way. So that was a mistake to take those brothers and sisters over there and make them subject onto them. And now them brothers is fighting the IDF. You should hear real prophets of God in the Israelite School of UPK. This is where they exist at. Go ahead, Marah.
Slocky, sir, I got one more story, if I may. So there's a brother named Bandman Kivo, right? That's what he called himself. He's a influencer, right? He teaches credit online. He's a brother. So he from Chicago. He got rich, you know, using credit, different things. He lives in Miami, right? This brother took a vacation to Dubai. The day he go to leave, the thing got bombed.
Come on, man.
I got the video footage.
He's stuck over there?
He's stuck over there.
With the bombs?
Yep.
Right. Night. And furthermore, look, if I can say something on that, Salakia, we might run over a couple minutes, y'all. Oh, we already over a couple minutes. Y'all hang with me for just a few seconds.
Damn right, John.
Murad, if you didn't, they heard you, right, Murad?
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something. That's another thing. You running over there trying to go to Dubai. You know what they doing in Dubai, man, to sisters? They have a practice in Dubai where those Arabs take a black woman, make her dance, and then lay her down on the ground while they defecate on her. That's what they do in Dubai. And them sisters go over there, they pay them $10,000, $15,000, $50,000, whatever, but they rape their dignity from them women. You understand? Like, you don't understand, because you've been over here a slave in America, you don't understand that you should always want to get away from being a slave. You should always be seeking to be with your people, not with the other nations. Like, white people know how to come together when they got problems. You see how they came together under Trump, changed the whole country in no time. Became the most racist white people like overnight. They come together to help themselves against anybody else. The Lord got to make laws for you to do it. Because if he don't make no laws, you love every dog that came running down the street. And the Lord said not to. You going to Dubai. Over there in Dubai, the Arabs got a thing where they love young Arab boys. I brought this up the other night. I forgot the name. They call them child boys, I think. Where they have these wicked parties. Damn near a woman is only for procreation in many cases. Homosexuality is rampant. They got you thinking that these are extreme clerics. They do that for the propaganda. They do that so you can feel like, oh, you know, this is some crazy religion that got them acting this way. So we need to go to war with them. Them Arabs over there, man, buying little boys and prostituting and raping and robbing and doing everything you see right over here in this Western land. And you need to recognize that and see that and make sure that you ain't putting them and their religion in some light like it's something special. You know what I mean? Dubai is filled with all kind of amazing lights and amazing buildings and amazing restaurants and casinos and all that. And you fly over there, spend your hard-earned money, pour it into them and act like it's something great when they doing evil things to your daughters, to your sisters, man. You understand? And let me tell you something. If you want to understand why them Arabs went off the way they did, pull up punch into YouTube Iran in the 70s. And they'll pull that thing up, brother. And Iran in the 70s, brother, them women was in mini skirts looking like $2 hoes running around Iran. Iran was like a Paris party place. Eggs and everything walking up and down the street. And they came in there with that religion that God let them go into their world. And they went into their world, brother, and pulled that religion out and shut all that down over there. Now, did it mean they stopped it all? Hell no. They heathens. They ain't gonna never be the righteous people. But now you supposed to turn around and walk on the side of the righteous, not on the side of the wicked and on the side of the evil. You understand? So does that answer his question? I hope it did. I ran for a little bit on it. Right? We got anything else? We out of here? Anybody? Come on, you want to make a comment? I want to thank the heavy hitters for coming through with me, doing it like we do on this wonderful Purim night. Big shout out to General Muhammad up in the building right here. Getting it on, man. And you get him up there, Marah. Big shout out to Monica Allah. Big shout out to General Monica Allah, Salami General. Up in the building, man, holding it down, doing this thing with us. Big shout out to Hot Zion. Up in the building, man, holding it down, throwing it down with us. Got the heavy hitting crew up in here. Officer Marah, Officer Yediah, Officer Ibadah, y'all. Officer McCum, y'all. Up in the building, man. Got my main man in the back there, holding it down. What's going on, Warriors? Also up in here with us tonight, man. I'm Commander General Yahanna. I got the helm, baby. And I see you at Passover. Get it on, Hebrews.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to be honest. You think that you could go to the military and change the outcome of what God wants? You got to be blind. You can go to the military, bring all your friends, your family, your cousins, buy all the weapons you want, do what you want to do. If the Lord wants an outcome, the Lord gets the outcome. You going into the Third World War. It's unavoidable.